But with Bob out of the country, I got to babysit all of his kids. Let me tell you something. The two little ones are pretty good, but that big one, little bastard, he climbed up the toilet twice yesterday, and then when I was fixing that, he went outside and put rocks in all of the neighbors' cars. I got to... Spencer, where are you going with the plunger? Spencer!
The Florida Panthers have won the Stanley Cup.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
Puck drop. And 3, 2, 1.
Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go Panthers! Let's go! Go!
All right, Panther fans, here we go. Round 2 of the late games. It is just about 10 o'clock, and Kyle is late. He has not started the stream yet. Now, I have not checked a whole lot, but I did the same thing as last time. I took a nice long nap. I didn't wake up with a headache this time. So we'll see if that's good luck or bad luck. My assumption is Bob is in tonight, and then I would think maybe we see Spencer in Calgary. Other than that, the main thing I'm interested to see is where does Maurice put Mackie Samoskevich? I mean, you could put the kid anywhere at this point. I just want to see it. We all want to see it, right? Barkov, Reinhardt, Samoskevich, Bennett, Kachuk, Samoskevich. Let's have some fun with this, right? We may as well. There's not like a lot of danger that we're not going to make the playoffs here, right? Let's have some fun. Let the kid play. Let's see what he can do. He earned it last time because, I mean, he had a million shots and he played his ass off. Puck wouldn't go in. Could we not get goalie tonight? That'd be the last thing. Could we not get goalie tonight? Please? In fact, 7-6 Panthers because, number one, Bob doesn't care about his save percentage. And number two, that'll keep us awake. Let's do it. And it's 2-0 Vancouver after 1. That was a piss poor period. That was Vancouver has come to play. Vancouver is playing like it's game 5 of a playoff series. And I don't think we've gotten out of the preseason here tonight. So we give up an early goal. Right off the bat, I see that Maurice he left Samoskevich on the 4th line after the game he had. So immediately Nosek falls down, who's just not been... Nosek has not been impressive. We'll just put it that way. If Maurice wasn't so damn stubborn, Jesper Bohlquist would be centering the 4th line, and Samoskevich would be on the 3rd line, and Nosek would kind of be on the bench. I know we got Nosek for the face-offs, but his face-offs had not been all that great. So he falls down, puck's in the back of the net, coming back the other way. Ekblad deflected it in, so it was just it was a sandwich special. And then right here at the end of the period, between Balinskis and Schmidt, it was just shitty defense, just shitty defense. Like they got back, but Schmidt got beat getting back to the net, let his man get positioned right in front of the net, and it's 2-0. And every time we touch the puck, Vancouver's all over us. They're forechecking, back-checking. They look like us when we care. So I know we can't win every game and all of that, and that's fine. But we better keep this competitive because right now, I was feeling we were lucky to get out of the period of 1-0, and we didn't. It's 2-0. And if they continue to play like this, we're going to get waxed 6-2. And I don't know where the 2 is going to come from. All right, let's move on to the second period. And it's 3-0 Vancouver. They have 3 goals on 15 shots. Not that it's like specifically Bobrovsky's fault. Just Vancouver. The more concerning thing is we've scored 1 goal now in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 periods. The offense is just not doing what we need to be doing. And unfortunately, the defense is slow. Every time I think Balinskis and Schmidt have solidified themselves, they go and they have a game like tonight where it's just not good. It's not going to be good enough. It's good enough now, right? Might even be good enough to win the Eastern Conference, but we have to play any of these bigger, Western Conference teams. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't know what the hell Bill Zito's supposed to do because we got defensive holes, and the more I see Nosek play, I don't see Stanley Cup fourth line written all over this team either. So, yeah, we're in first place and everything's fine, well, and dandy. But when you talk about wanting to win another cup, Zito's got some work to do. That's what I see. So, all right. I'd love to see overtime tonight. And it's 4-0. Luckily, the game is over. So we get shut out. Apparently, last year on December 13th, we got shut out. I guess it's the 13th now. The game has ended on the 13th. Whatever it was, we got shut out in Vancouver last year 4-0. And it probably looked a lot exactly like this. We don't play well against the Canucks, certainly not in Vancouver. And then you just have to give Vancouver credit. They just played flat out 60 full-on minutes of just back check, forecheck, and just every single time we had the puck on our stick, they were on us. There's just nothing for it, and we just never really responded. I mean, we outshot them. I think the last thing I saw, the fourth goal, we had 4 goals on 19 shots. Now, the last one, it kind of looked like Bob fumbled it a little bit, but when I watched the replay, it looked like it got deflected right before it got to him. So you just can't even, I know I complain about Nosek and complain about the defense and all of that, but in a game like this, you just kind of have to take it, crumple it up, and throw it away. We have our issues, but for whatever reason, we go into Vancouver and we just don't. It's just bad. Just bad all the way around. Top line had their chances. Now, Maurice has done the same thing the last 2 games. He keeps moving Samoskevich around late in the game. We've scored 1 goal in 2 games. So maybe start him with Bennett and Tkachuk. What are we gonna do? Get shut out? You know what I mean? And I don't know what else you're really gonna do. Lineup wise, we're fine. But as long as this doesn't turn into a losing streak, then we're fine. You know what I mean? What do we have? We had a 7-game point streak end tonight. So I believe it's Calgary. I think it's Calgary on Thursday, right? And then next week it's Edmonton and Minnesota. So just don't lose the second in a row to Calgary. Calgary is a team that we should beat. That should not really, no disrespect to the Flames. Vancouver, in my opinion, is a different class, even though in the standings they're kind of similar. Defensively, Forsling actually had a couple of bonehead plays tonight, but we must have, I saw at least 5 times where we were trying cross-ice passes that deflected off the back of the defenseman's skate when they were skating away from the dude that made the pass. So they weren't even looking. We hit their defenseman like 5 times with passes when the defensemen weren't even looking in the direction of the player that initiated the pass. That's bad. But that's also what happens when you're in the right position all the time. And Vancouver just played a full 60 minutes. They were forechecking with 1 minute left. They got a steal and they almost got a goal. I wasn't willing to lift for that. 4 is the limit. Anytime I have to lift 4 times and the game's ending at midnight, that's enough for that. What else did we see? Luosterainen's had a few chances these last few games. Can't put the puck in the back of the net. The third line looks like it could use. Maybe you could try Samoskevich. And I know I keep trying to say Samoskevich, but again, some of these lines, these guys played a lot of hockey. They need a little bit of extra juice. They just need a little bit of extra energy, right? But I guess you can't play the kid on all 3 lines, so you got to pick at some point. Bennett and Tkachuk were going early on in the game, and then by the time it was 2-0 Vancouver, I'm not saying we checked out, but we just didn't have it tonight. Vancouver did, so short and sweet. That's enough for that. I want to go to bed. I want to go to bed. By the time this is up and out, it'll be about 1:30. So that's not too bad. All right, just don't lose Saturday, right? Yeah, today is Thursday. Just get back into the points column on Saturday. Forget about this one. Vancouver, for whatever reason, let's just hope we don't play them in the Stanley Cup final. I'll just say that. All right, now not interested. Okay, I'll take Edmonton again. Anybody, not Vancouver. We did play Winnipeg pretty good this year, and we played Colorado pretty good this year. So there's a couple of options. Not Vancouver. I don't know what it is, but we just, all right. No points. I will see you tomorrow live at noon for your therapy session. And then, go get some sleep.